Okay. Go. And gray box. Drill the holes? Like which one?
Both. I need to drill a hole through here so that I can
Oh,
fit
yeah.
that through.
Can't
I have no idea what we used last time.
you figure it out, no?
Is it
Can't you, like,
stainless
look at
steel or what is this?
Aluminum.
Aluminum? Well, that should be pretty easy to cut then.
Yeah, it's lightweight. It's the
Yeah.
only reason I chose it.
Why don't you just start?
For this one, I would say this guy.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't know.
Yeah.
What we.
Are you afraid to mess up because it's
These-
expensive?
I don't want to have to take the time to go all the way down there again, buy it, and come all the way back. Oh,
Don't isn't it on your video? Go rewatch your video.
I don't know which one of these. Like I can't tell.
That you zoom in on your video, he recorded himself. Don't you have
Oh,
a
yeah,
overhead
you're-
camera view of it?
On live stream right now. There's nobody
Say
watching.
hi,
But
David.
there's nobody watching, but if
Yeah,
somebody
just in
could.
case somebody pops on, you're doing like a project live stream.
Well, it's also
Recording.
so I can put into the video later. I can chop out all of this like unnecessary stuff. I think because you had the word Disneyland in it. Anybody that looked up Disneyland is like, I need to go. Yeah, I have no idea. There's so many.
Explain to David.
Yeah. I took the handles out right now because I'm going to be putting it together, but these handles.
When it goes down to the protests, like riot.
Oh yeah. You know, all those protests that are going to start happening now, that Biden one.
What are you trying to say?
It's a shield, like I'm holding it. It's going to look like this, basically. Rather than
So he
having
can see through it and then hold it up in front of him.
Where they have these little tiny plastic balls and people wear protective goggles and stuff and they shoot them at you over there. And if you get hit with them, then you're out of the game. It's like a game version of like what soldiers do. And so building shields for when you play that game.
Basically, making some people can't shoot them. That's actually what you want to see what their guns look like.
Oh,
It's empty, right?
Yeah.
That looks cool. It looks like a
Don't
Don't
ever
put it
point it at
at
you.
your face. Never
So
up,
here's-
never your face.
So David,
Keep it
even
low
with,
comfy.
remember when we got those rubber band guns? So the when you're using a gun, even if it's a rubber band gun or a toy gun that shoots like BBs or something like that, or it's a real gun, remember the rules? You don't point at anything, right?
Even
That you're
yourself.
not going to shoot. So you wouldn't point at Alice. This is called the muzzle of the gun, and wherever that's pointing, that's where a bullet could go. So we would never point it like at another person. We keep it down like this, right? You want to try? Here. Keep it down, perfect. And then if you go over here and you wanted to point it at something like a bucket, you can point it at the bucket,
punching
or the
bag.
punching bag, and that would be okay. That you would, right? The other ones know your target and beyond. So in here, the difficulty is with the garage door, that would not stop a bullet. So we don't know what's outside there. So, yeah.
Is that from growing up? Your dad?
Yep.
Did you get
Mhm.
What is
That's
that?
cool. Deer. Turkey.
Did you
stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah. But
You got coyotes out here.
yeah,
You know.
delicious coyotes.
Sometimes they're on property eating the spider bugs.
Interesting.
There. Oh, somebody's. Oh, hey, Emily's here.
Hi, Emily.
Hey, Emily. You can see this is the chat box that they could type into. Say something. Right now, I have no idea what I'm gonna do because I'm trying to find out which saw blade to use, and Dad won't stop talking. Yeah, you know, he didn't show me. He just like, here, use this last time. I was like, okay, there you go. And started cutting.
Sorry, did you guys decide last?
What do you mean? Saw blade? No, I literally he's like, I said I'm gonna need a drill to drill through, and I'm gonna need a saw, and so he's like, here you go, here's the drill,
Oh,
here's
you
the
were
saw.
saying it was already in place.
Yeah, he just handed it over with stuff inside. I was like, I don't know what he chose.
Equipment that you.
Yeah, probably. Oof, I think that's lagging. Here, one second. I'm gonna go see if I can get Dad to tell me what we used last time. So this one might be a good size.
Oh, to like a starter hole?
Yeah.
So these ones are from
It
Masonry.
had cuffs
I don't-
and
yeah,
the Leo
that's what I
chicken
mean, I have
mail.
no idea when you-
I would
Fake
probably just
wolf
use like for wood.
Man.
I would just use, these are more all purpose.
So-
So I just use whichever one I
And
use is
how?
the right size. And then for those other things, you could maybe if one of these hole saws,
Dark circle, white
if one of these
circle.
hole saws will like these is the right size, although you have little, I guess you got little like bump outs. So you might want to use the saw, but you could do maybe a big part of the hole with that and then just cut a little bump out. I don't know. But yes, these units, that saw blade, whole saw, if you want to do a whole saw,
That one's probably good.
yeah, that would give you a big enough pilot hole.
Yeah, I had no idea what he's just like, here you go. And I was like, okay. Just started using it.
Totally.
Well, how do you know, Mom?
He's probably using it for,
Well, just tools, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, like,
Build stuff.
you use this stuff
You must
after
have a
you
lot
get
of stuff. You want to punch the punching bag, David?
I think one thing, of course, you don't want to ruin
You're allowed to punch it.
your tools or anybody else's tools. But one thing that I learned over the years is that if you,
You do that. You punch it and then you try to avoid it.
I
So
don't
you
know what
grab
you
it.
call it, somewhat cautiously. You're making this easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You just grab it.
Hold on a little bit. Exciting, right?
I will warn you that this saw is a bit loud. It's not like insane, but let it know before it goes. The sheets popcorn or pancakes definitely. Pancakes are way better.
Should I color sheep popcorn or stingray pancakes in my new coloring book?
Like stingray pancakes. It looks like some of them have like an automatic little lamp that you can pull up and like it clicks in. But single key. Yeah. Or we have like a little crawl space that kind of turned into like storage and.
It's your choice.
Yeah. We've gotten to. Yeah.
We're not all innocent. We're not going to mention it, not give it to you.
Yeah, I've been able to spend nice, like I've been able to spend more time with the kids this year than normal.
Yeah.
I think what really stopped, really stopped that creativity. mean,
You now to school?
yep, but now he's back in school, so that's great. Free time. That's the weird thing.
I'm a pink one.
We're gonna try this out.
Okay, so we gotta stand a little bit.
No, I'm just gonna turn it on to see if it turns on.
Sure.
Works.
Yes.
You want some safety goggles, David?
He lives on the wild side. Yeah.
Something in
No, I haven't. But
What? You want hair out?
We're gonna go with some safety goggles. Okay.
Right.
Oh, they do, and a respirator too. Good.
This one's tip is gold.
I'll try out. Probably just. Famous last words. That's actually. I know that's the. No. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sure.
Even when Dad doesn't.
So
Because you were talking about how it's very important not to get metal in your eye, and he's cutting metal.
You could do something like, you find one that's about the size you want, right? And it's probably closer to that. That. Set this up. Then what you need to find is you need to be able to, well, you got to center it, and you also have to, like, you don't want to drill through this. Maybe you do, maybe don't. Yeah, it's a piece of. We got a bunch of wood in the corner, and you can set it up so you get some height.
well, which bit do we use last time? I'm trying to remember.
Well, you haven't done. You've used just a standard drill bit to say start a hole in the corner, and then you use a sawzall bit or use a jigsaw bit to go straight.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm saying, which one did we use? I can't remember.
Use one of these. And then you just no, you just use any one of these. These are standard. This is for wood. Okay. But you could also start.
We could try using one of those.
You could try using one of these, and you could start small, punch a hole in the center, and then use this to find it center. We could also just use a punch. Is
So those
that
are
right?
attached to the blade.
You can do that, and you can go bang, and you get the starting spot, right? Then you can drill. We were having a very interesting conversation in there. I could not pull away.
I know. I realized that.
We're trying to decide whether Trump is an authoritarian or not. Well, that's the beauty of the American system, right? is that the government won't allow one, hopefully, right? We open the garage door, Josh, and we can.
Okay.
Here's an example, Josh, of a couple of pieces of wood that you could put under. Right.
Hold the garage door open.
Redwood. Yeah. That's like a, what do you call that? Quality. Be careful. Yeah, be careful where you want it. Yeah, some, like when you hit that thing with the punch, if you're having too far apart, all of a sudden you're gonna create a dent or something.
Dent in your field.
You could even, if you had to, you could even drill into this wood because it's just scrap. But yeah, if you're gonna do it, let's see if you can do that one.
Or like eyeball this, like is that what you're doing for centering? Like just like right about there,
Well,
or like
you transferred it from the other one, right?
like there you go, right there.
All right.
Okay. Want to drink that other side?
What do you? Taking the top off?
Yeah.
Because you say weekend project and it's turned into a 3 month.
I know, I have those. I have a couple of those going. I'm gonna put a new mirror in the bathroom, but it's one of those mirrors that like light heads back, backlit. I have to run electrical behind it. So I took the caulk off in the kitchen or on the countertop just to freshen up everything. And I was like, oh, I want to do some testing or like skim coating just to make that smoother.
One thing you could do. What do you feel about this? Sorry.
No, it's all good. So then I told myself I could do the skin coating for the construction that I create. At the same time I do the skin coating for the sink, but I haven't gotten around to doing the electrical. So then the stuff around the kitchen countertop is just like languished.
Well, it's probably you're probably gonna find to me. The first time we started about actually thinking about this project was like 5 years ago.
I think you might want to just.
I started acting on it like the
So,
beginning of.
so Josh, I think you might want to just do this. Where you say, okay, that's the thing, and we just. And you see how I already made a mark by doing that, right?
And then use a punch or no?
Well, and so you could then use a punch to make sure it's. Then what you don't want this is to you don't want it to wander. Maybe it doesn't wander. Maybe it's good at staying in the center. You just go for it, right? Maybe you just want to go for it. So, am I trying to do this one?
Just cutting straight through.
Yeah. Why not? See what happens. What's the worst that can happen?
I can have to buy more metal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you already video? Oh, you are.
the whole thing's going. That's going. That's
We're live on YouTube. So I think just eyeball from above and say, yeah, it looks centered, right? And I don't think you need this. I think you can just use. We don't want this to get caught up in what we're doing.
All of a sudden that starts like spinning around.
Yeah, that we were doing the flooring, and I was doing some cutting near the edge, and then I needed. We were putting down the transition strips, so I needed to put anchors into the floor. So okay, I need to drill a hole into the concrete. So I have my hammer drill, exactly, and I go. It catches a string of the carpet, And then you're gonna zipping a big section of my carpet. I mean, it's not going anywhere. If it's not moving,
Doesn't seem to be, yeah.
yeah, just see what happens.
Although it does seem to have moved. Actually, let's look at this. See how on this side it's moving a little bit in this direction.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah. Well, so your clutch
Yeah.
tripped, which you can always go a little higher, right? But maybe go behind. Might be able to get that out without. Well, you might need to hit it one more time. Control it real good. Yeah. Well, I just up.
Did.
Yeah, not much. More. And you can get it spinning. Or woohoo! Not bad, huh?
Now, hopefully it's in the right spot, so when we put everything through, it fits.
Well, and nice clean round hole though.
Yeah. That is true. It's a nice.
Don't you agree, YouTube?
Yeah.
I can't say.
I think. Yeah. This can see.
Okay, so we got a process that works.
Oh, we think it works. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that, yeah. And maybe you want to try one. Well, open you might before you go move on.
That.
Yeah. So before you move on,
Donut.
you might want to notch this and then verify that your gland nut systems work. They fit through there, and you're like, okay.
Oh,
This is where you're going to have some dilemma. If this is not big enough, unless these are all perfectly aligned,
Play are you gonna have?
you're going to need some play because on plastic it's fine. You can just shove it on. But with metal,
Weird ruffles.
it'll be a problem.
well, and if it's too big,
Well, and if it's too small, you can open it up a little bit. But I would like maybe this hole isn't quite big enough. So you want to. We'll find out. Maybe you want to go one size up on the hole saw.
Well, that
Looks dang good though.
Right.
But you keep in mind he used a Sharpie
Yeah.
on the inside. So if you see any Sharpie,
yes, like this side right here, that's what I worry about. See how like this side is nothing because on this side there's a little bit of Sharpie there.
we'll see. Unfortunately, what?
It's going this way.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But
You always want to do that. That's what you want to do. Yeah. And you tightened it really well.
I think
Up in there. Okay, no, you're fine. You might want to. I don't know if you want to put it back down onto this and get it closest to the edge because it's going to start bouncing and wobbling. Yeah. So a little more stability might be good. You put your hand down on it to just keep it as stable as possible, or be like this. And you might want to vacuum up all this stuff. So you might want to do a lot of things.
Pressing down on the metal chips.
Yeah. It's not the cost of the material so much as it's the labor. Yeah. On this particular project, that's been
because I haven't done any projects before. This is all new to me basically. So takes a long time for me to figure out how to do anything.
You was done.
One done, yes.
Glasses, Dallas.
Not gonna get any metal chips in your eyes.
Working in the garage. Oh, it's good times.
Eat, drink.
You got the grab line.
But I'm trying to be no hats in there. What usually happens is like they're just getting old. That'll be good.
I don't want to get YouTube to be like breaks.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
but it'll like yeah, strikes are kind of be removed, and then it doesn't matter if you're monitoring or not. You just don't have an account.
Yeah. No, unfortunately.
There we go. As you were saying.
YouTube. Oh, hey, Emily's on there.
Yeah.
What do you mean? She says she wants Hufflepuff. She wants a badger on the front.
No.
Not gonna happen. Exclamation mark. Whoa, hey. No, we're just joking. All right. You might want to put, like I said, put your hand on the metal just to make sure it doesn't move. Yeah. This is going to be a little bit louder.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit louder than this one.
Now you might be able to just grab it and bend it. I think that might be a better way of doing it.
Yeah.
Just grab it so that the end of it is right at the bend point. Yep. Go up and down, and fatigue it. If you can push it, you can push it the other way now. If you wiggle it back and forth, it'll snap from. See, yeah, underneath is better. Go back up. Up and down, and then it'll snap.
You gotta be careful what you say. You're being recorded. You know, you never know what the internet.
Oh boy.
You never know what the internet's gonna do. Emily might like post this to
with my appearances and things. I really don't do anything on social media. I minimize my footprint.
I understand. Totally.
Yeah.
could come to the marriage family conference that we just went over. guy was talking about how was it Instagram not a good place to share like your kids use it, cause depression or whatnot.
There's one of those scenarios of,
Make them to stay from
anything can be abused at any age.
I'm not making that shape because I want it to fit with the rest of the shield, and then have that.
What's your middle round piece?
The nut. It's in.
No, they're cut out.
Oh yeah. Where
Just to show
I think it might be under here. There you go.
Your little piece of your shield.
So let's see if that fits. I guess.
Well, it wasn't. It was listening kind of on the
Well, needs to be a little bit. You know what? That might be with the if I push it in, it might fit. Somebody says that you're lucky she didn't hear what you said. I'm not gonna go around and tell everybody.
not a proper meeting. If both parties go into it, understand the roles that they're
Good
playing.
morning, good morning.
If both
I think it might be the notch because I think it gets gets wider.
well, the whole thing is wider too, right?
The whole thing is
It's different, yeah.
so it needs to be just barely bigger.
Hey, Daddy.
Maybe try to
Well, you can look at where you've got friction. You've got friction here and here at your corners. So what you might want to do, so you can say, all right, I'm going to open up that corner right there. I'm going to use a little file.
say hi to Emily. She's on there.
Hi.
You can see what she says in the little text box right there. I don't know. Can you read it? I don't know. Can you read, David? Read.
Hold on, here's a couple other files. These are finer. I don't know how fine you want.
This one.
It'll go right on your floor. Okay? So, yeah, before you go far, just take a little bit off both corners.
That corner is still really
I see we're going to film already though. This is going to be, it's a very tight fit.
well, I want it to be a really tight fit.
I understand that, but then these are already located. Those have to exactly match the fit.
Exactly.
Exactly, and you're not going to get that, I don't think. Well, I mean, you're going to get close. And so this could be a very long, iterative.
Okay, so here's the thing with this. It doesn't have to go all the way through, right? This is the back side of the field.
No, you're gluing it all together. It doesn't need to go all the way through. Well, not all the way through. You're right.
This is the back side. So it
You
needs to
can
go.
test that, but how far?
I think it only needs to go a little bit further because it should be like around here,
Mhm.
right?
So the good thing is we haven't glued these down yet, so we can probably push them a little bit in the while it's keeping it all together. That's all these discussions we keep having.
Sorry.
Qualification. People want to be able to say that that's true statement about qualification. Qualification seems to. Yes.
Emily thinks you guys have nice dancing.
That's always true. Then it has heavyweight.
A better way to get something.
Well, I mean, it is easier to have people remember things if you say, we all should do this, versus some people should do this, and some people should do that, and it's like,
You. David and your house.
How that look? Lots of different ways of skinning. But to encourage you to understand when you choose that responsibility. Family.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Foremost. As you see yourself. It's taking care of you. Now, the attention, direction of the delegate.
They're good little pipes, don't
Josh.
Like for instance, lucky here, a job that allows me to That's just been my experience.
Real quick, what do you think we should do? Should we start cutting these first, or see how that fits first?
Like you're good. I would just do moving forward.
Okay.
And then we'll do for those. The transfer from there onto here is the best thing you can do, and now you just need to try to do what as much as possible to center so that you remove as much Sharpie material as possible, right? Well, this is a dilemma that I think our job is are we establishing about convey to another company? So I think a lot of churches.
I need to finish cutting the metal. Need to cut the plastic. I'm gonna glue it all together. Get the trim and paint it. So it's gonna be a while still.
And